Over 100 warships are sitting on the ocean floor right here. American ships, Japanese ships, side by side. 2,000 feet below the surface, guns still loaded, sailors still inside. They have been there since 1942. This is Iron Bottom Sound, the most deadly stretch of water in World War II history. And its secrets are only now being revealed.
August 7th, 1942. Solomon Islands, South Pacific. America has just entered the war. Pearl Harbor was 8 months ago. Japan controls most of the Pacific, moving south, island by island, building airfields, establishing supply lines, getting closer to Australia. One island stands in the way: Guadalcanal. A jungle island in the Solomon Islands chain. Nobody had heard of it before the war. Nobody cared about it. But Japan was building an airfield there. And if they finished it, Japanese aircraft could dominate the entire southern Pacific, cut off Australia, threaten New Zealand. America had to take it. The Marines landed on August 7th. They took the airfield quickly. That was the easy part. What followed was 6 months of the most brutal fighting of the entire Pacific War. Japanese forces tried to retake the island. American forces tried to hold it. And every night, the naval battles began.
The Japanese called their supply route the Tokyo Express. Fast destroyers running supplies and troops down through the island chain to Guadalcanal, under cover of darkness. And every night, the American Navy tried to stop them. The waters between Guadalcanal and the surrounding islands, a narrow stretch called Savo Sound, became a killing ground. Night after night, ship after ship.
The fighting was unlike anything naval commanders had ever seen. Ships so close they could see each other's muzzle flashes. Torpedoes fired at point-blank range. Sailors jumping into burning water. Destroyers cut in half by collision. Battleships sinking in minutes. By the time the battle ended in February 1943, the Americans had won. Japan retreated. Guadalcanal was held. But the price was catastrophic on both sides. Over 100 warships lay on the bottom of Savo Sound. American destroyers, Japanese battleships, cruisers from both sides, supply ships, submarines, all resting together, 2,000 feet below the surface of the tropical Pacific. The sailors who survived gave the water a new name: Iron Bottom Sound.
To understand Iron Bottom Sound, you have to understand what happened there night after night. The Battle of Savo Island, August 9th, 1942. Just 2 days after the Marines landed, a Japanese cruiser force slipped through the darkness, finding the American ships completely unprepared. The lookouts were not watching. The radar operators were not alert. In 32 minutes, 4 Allied cruisers were sunk, 1,077 men killed. The Japanese lost no ships. It was the worst defeat in U.S. naval history, worse than Pearl Harbor in terms of ships lost in a single engagement. And it was just the beginning. The Battle of Cape Esperance, October 1942. 2 fleets colliding in the darkness, neither side fully understanding where the other was. Ships firing on their own vessels. Chaos and fire in the tropical night. The Naval Battle of Guadalcanal, November 12th through 15th, 1942. The most intense naval battle of the entire campaign. 2 nights of fighting so savage, so confused, that when morning came, 8 crippled warships were simply drifting on the surface, unable to move, unable to fight, their crews waiting for help that may or may not come. The USS Atlanta, hit by a Japanese torpedo, and then accidentally hit by American shell fire from her own side, sunk with 172 men.
The USS Juno, hit by a torpedo and exploding so violently that she sank in 20 seconds. 687 men dead, including all 5 Sullivan brothers. 5 brothers from one family in Iowa who had enlisted together and died together in the same explosion on the same ship. Their mother received the telegram on the same day. All 5 gone. Night after night, ships going down in the darkness. American ships, Japanese ships, the water taking everything. By February 1943, it was over. And Iron Bottom Sound had its name.
For 50 years, Iron Bottom Sound was left alone. The ships were too deep for conventional diving. The Solomon Islands were remote. The world had moved on. Other wars, other crises, other headlines. The ships lay where they fell, 2,000 feet below the tropical Pacific, undisturbed, unknown, unseen. Then, in 1992, Robert Ballard arrived. The same man who found the Titanic in 1985. The same man who found the Bismarck in 1989. Armed with the same deep-sea technology, remotely operated vehicles that could descend to depths no human diver could reach. What he found took his breath away. The ships were largely intact. The tropical Pacific at 2,000 feet is cold and dark and still, perfect for preservation. The hulls had not collapsed. The guns were still in their turrets. The equipment was still in place. And the guns were still pointing. The USS Aaron Ward, a destroyer sunk in November 1942, her 5-inch guns still aimed skyward, still locked in the position they were in when the aircraft attacked,
Enemies who fought
frozen
and killed each other,
of her death.
now resting side
The
by
Japanese
side
battleship
at their
Hiei sunk after absorbing over 50 American shells, lying on the bottom with her enormous gun turrets still intact. Ship after ship after ship, American and Japanese, side by side on the same ocean floor, enemies in life, resting together in death. Ballard described the experience as visiting a war cemetery.
Not a museum, not a tourist attraction. A grave. A sacred place where thousands of men from 2 nations lay together in the cold, dark deep. In 2025, a new expedition discovered the IJN Teruzuki, a Japanese destroyer that had not been seen since it sank in December 1942. 80 years on the ocean floor. Finally found. Iron Bottom Sound is still giving up its secrets. The men who fought at Guadalcanal were young, teenagers, farm boys from Iowa, factory workers from Detroit, fishermen from the coast of Japan, young men who had never seen the ocean, sent to fight and die on it. They fought in complete darkness against an enemy they could barely see, with fear that was always present. And they died in their hundreds, in their thousands. The USS Juno, the USS Atlanta, the USS Barton, the HIJMS Hiei, the HIJMS Akatsuki. Names that meant something once to the men who sailed them and the families who waited at home. If you were alive in 1942,
You knew these names. You felt the weight of each one. Iron Bottom Sound is not just a graveyard of ships. It is a graveyard of the young, of the ordinary, of the sons and brothers and husbands who went to a jungle island nobody had heard of and never came back.
5 boys from Waterloo, Iowa. All 5 dead in the same explosion. Same ship, same night, same ocean. Their mother stood at her door when the telegram came. She already knew. The ships of Iron Bottom Sound rest where they fell, 2,000 feet below the tropical Pacific. Guns still pointing. Sailors still inside, still at their stations, waiting for a morning